This is wild. Destiny 2's new villains may have killed JFK with Graviton Lance. If you don't know what we're talking about, the edge of fate is right around the corner. There's some interesting theories spreading around in regards to the time travel that we're going to go through and the narrative that surrounds it. Let's see what they're cooking up here with this. Well, that's not a headline I expected to write today. With a week to go until the launch of Destiny 2's Edge of Fate expansion, collector's editions for the game are starting to go out. As is tradition, Bungie threw in a bunch of weird lore stuff that has puzzles that need solving, but often some fun stories as well. So if you got the collector's edition, there's like a mini puzzle in there, maybe similar to like an ARG with other stuff, but they solved it. And in the process, they found some interesting stuff. So this one's something. As pointed out to be by Destiny conspiracy theorist / 9truther Scarrow, there are some indications in here that it's possible that the 9 killed JFK. So we're going to try and loop in the Destiny lore with other conspiracy theories like with JFK, which is interesting. I actually find this to be a fun way of spinning the narrative within Destiny, or at least shaped events that led to the killing of JFK. Yeah, it's weird, but after looking into this, I am a believer. Okay, so let's see what we got. This is based on 2 pages from the collector's edition, specifically logs from the Department of External Observation in Chicago, where new character Lodi appears to have worked before being pulled through time and space, presumably by the 9. I'm calling the 9 villains here because some members are almost certainly will be, but others may not. As Bungie said, all have unique goals and personalities. What is this? An ad to regrow my hair? You guys saying I'm bald? Damn. Here are the relevant sections. It is my personal assessment that at this time, we got redacted, stability required redacted, without causing enough disturbance to have been noted as part of the event. At the very least, we would expect to see redacted, which remains at detectable levels for at least 3 years post-failure. But our readings at Dealey Plaza indicate nothing of the ordinary. After extensive review of the materials recovered from the redacted incident, I can find no conclusion link between the weaponry and energy sources present at the incident and the evidence from the scene of President Kennedy's assassination. So there it is. Wow, they literally name it in there. Pretty crazy stuff. So it was investigated, but they didn't do it, right? Well, as redacted testifies, both imaging and physical examination of the brain revealed extensive disruption of the tissue. While this is expected of a gunshot wound, closer examination by our department revealed subtle patterns in the disruption. Redacted and redacted concur that the pattern is indicative of tissue being pulled towards the projectile as it passed through the skull before it was pushed outward again. This is unusual behavior. So we're talking about the Graviton Lance here, right? How it has the void projectiles, perhaps. I didn't see any void projectiles come out of JFK from any of that footage, though, but we'll have to see. The other things to catch here is that the weaponry appears to have a pattern that is indicative of tissue being pulled towards the projectile as it passed through the skull before it was pushed outward again. Some pretty morbid stuff here. Does that remind you of any specific Destiny weapon? Perhaps a gun that people know almost nothing about that was randomly found in old Chicago? The location of this agency? Here's some Graviton Lance lore. Interesting. I didn't realize that's where Graviton Lance was found, in old Chicago, and obviously we're going there some. So wait, that thing you found does what? It fires black holes. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. Actual tiny bullet-sized black holes. Did you tell the others? Only that I found some weird gun in some overgrown tunnel back on old Chicago. Scarrow muses that perhaps it was Lodi, influenced by the 9, who killed JFK, but I'm not sure there's evidence of that. But I mean, this entire section seems to indicate that some sort of outside force, possibly one time traveling, either influenced or actually carried out the assassination. What? Wow. Pretty interesting stuff. And I think that this could create a cool dynamic. Is Lodi the good guy? Is he the bad guy? What exactly are his objectives? What are his motives? And, obviously the assassination of JFK has been a very popular, talked about topic. The exact details of, was there one shooter? Was there 2 shooters? People like to say this, some people have a lot of crazy theories and ideas about what happened in regards to his assassination. And so because there's no definitive answer, I think that Bungie jumping into that specifically is interesting. It's going to tie into the story pretty well. What other conspiracy theories will Bungie cook up, right? We're going to have, Cursed Thrall caused 9/11, right? What's next for the conspiracy theorists, right? What's going to happen? Our ships are dropping chemtrails on Nessus, What other conspiracy theories can we tie into the Destiny universe? I'm a fan of this, okay? If this is where the Destiny lore is going, I'm all for it. more conspiracy theories tied into Destiny 2 story. This is funny to me. This is fascinating. And I'm very curious to see where this goes. If this is just like a tiny little spin-off story, or if this is actually like a main big focus of the narrative. Obviously, the main focus will be on the Nine and, you know, whatever the hell they're trying to do. But what comes of that, what they're sort of the side quests and the side stories we have along with that will be pretty fascinating. So let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. Do you think that Graviton Lance is responsible for the JFK assassination? I will be reading your comments. I never thought I would end a video with that, but here we are.